7 days, you were the reason why my customers never stay. You came out of the woodwork, straight from the PRC. You survived the boat ride, but you couldn't survive me. And it seems to me that your life was like a chocolate M&M, never lasting near as long as I intend. Maybe we should buy a little more USA. Who are we all kidding? We would never pay. Goodbye, 22. You and I were best friends. I could control you. Why did it have to end? Now my jugs look like part of a parade. There are so many colors Crayola never made. And if to me your life was shorter than it should have been, busted and broken, falling from my hands, the oldest ones will look back with a fond memory at a time when vacuum pumps weren't necessary. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the HVAC Shop Talk podcast. I'm your host, Zach Ciota. Hope all of you guys are doing fantastic out there tonight. It is the 16th of March. We missed the Ides of March, but we did that on purpose because beware of the Ides of March, because if you're emperor, the Senate's going to stab you. That's basically what that means, guys. That's where that originated back in ancient Rome. In ancient Rome, senators murdered Julius Caesar, Augustus Caesar. Oh, it's getting murky now. They murdered somebody, one of the Caesars, and that was in the Ides of March. So beware of the Ides of March, which is March 15th. So beware of it. And of course, March 14th is Pi Day. And as I found out from a previous podcast, no HVAC guy cares about that. No HVAC guy cares about pi. That is 3.14172747. I made up the rest of the numbers beyond 14. So I hope everybody's doing good tonight. Let's go check out. Who do we have hanging out with us in the chat? Luke Vagel was there 83 minutes early. We have Scott HVAC Rookie. We have My HVAC Life. We have Everything HVAC Aura. We have Melvin Kaufman. Hello, Melvin Kaufman. I don't know if I've seen your name before. Welcome to the show. And so far, I think that's everybody. Rookie says Julius Caesar. I get them confused. Augustus Caesar, Julius Caesar. But it was a Caesar, Julius, and they stabbed him. Brutus and Cassius stabbed him. How serious was this taken that Brutus and Cassius stabbed Julius Caesar in the Senate? That when the book Dante's Inferno was written, in the center of hell, they had three people being chewed on by Satan. It was like how it worked. And the three people were Judas. Of course, Judas betrayed Jesus. We had Little Caesars. That's funny. We had Judas, we had Brutus and Cassius. So that guy took it very seriously when he wrote that book. That's Dante's Inferno. And in the third circle of hell, that is an attic install job. Hey, and this actually feels like hell should feel. In the book, as you went deeper, it got colder. But in the attic, as you go into the attic, it gets much warmer. Even in the wintertime in the South, it's warm in the attic. I've watched guys that are up north make videos, and I think Steve Lab actually made a video that he said, man, it's hot up here. It's like 80 some degrees. Like it's 80 degrees in my attic in December. All right. It's like 140 in the summertime. It's not that bad, but I've been in attics that were that bad. Very bad, in fact. Very ultra bad. So, what are we going to do here tonight, ladies and gentlemen? What we're going to do is we have a few fun things planned. We have, that's right, fire. HVAC Life is a fire. Hot. HVAC Life is using the hieroglyphics to convey that it is hot in the attic. He is correct. Well, we're going to talk about some news tonight. I do have some fake news for you guys as well, so stay tuned for that. Probably get to that during our first little break there. We'll do some fake news. We have some real news. I kind of go through because I get sent HVAC news, and I'm going to be honest with you, a lot of it's pretty boring. You read it, it's like, nah, that's not for anything. I picked out a couple of them that were kind of interesting, and you guys can tell me if they're interesting or not. We're going to give away some stuff. We did some swag last Thursday, although I didn't entitle the stream Swag Thursday. Hey, it's going to be Swag Thursday. The prizes for the people that actually emailed me to collect their prizes are gone and away to them. And I think that was just 2 so far. 2 people emailed me. Once you win a prize, you email me at hvacshoptalk@gmail.com and just kind of reiterate what you won. If there is some kind of clothing involved, put the size. Like one of the guys that emailed me said, give me the maximum size. I thought that was pretty funny. Give me the maximum size. We're big fellas. Hey, I get it. Hey, there's a lot of big fellas out there. And that doesn't mean that you're a circle. You could be just a big fella. You know what I'm saying? You're big boned. So give me the info when you email me. Because if you don't email me, we don't send anything out. So we need to get that email from you. It's a good reminder for me and lets me know that I need to do it. So that's what I did. So make sure you do that every time. I'll try to say that again. But if I forget, at least I said it one time. So we have some giveaways. Here's the stuff that I have for tonight to give away, just so you guys can get like, oh man, I like it. Or, hey, this is boring. We have another hat. This one is from Eagle Grip, made in the USA. TrueTech Tools sent this to me for giveaway purposes, and it's very clean. Oh, Malco. I should have led with the Malco part. We like Malco, right? They're good tools. Good stuff. How big a feller is he? I don't know how big he is. I've never seen him in real life. The guy, I'm not going to say who it is because there's something shady about that. Like somebody says, give me the maximum size. Here's his name and address. But yeah, Vito Pro Pack, the Trojan XXL bag. What does that carry? That carries your life floor plan. That's what it carries. So we also have, besides Malco, we have some more Beckett shirts. The Beckett shirts are very nice. Oh, this one was sitting on top of my box, a little bit of dirt on it. But it's a Beckett shirt. There you go. And we have, speaking of, I think we got this right. Malco, and it's an Eagle Grip made in the USA, professional locking pliers. I actually could have used these. I could have done like and just not said anything and just used these. Oh yeah, these are good ones. See? Here's a little bit of ASMR. Wink HVAC, thank you for the super chat, man. I appreciate that. Super chats help the channel go round here, guys. So anytime you feel like super chatting, oh man, don't hesitate. Just go ahead and do it. A little ASMR for the podcast people. This is the locking pliers. Yep, they lock good. Good action on those. Definitely better than Hyper Tough. Oh man, I had a picture, and I know Beaver. I don't see him in the chat yet, but man, I should have. I don't think I downloaded it yet. I might have. Let me see if I can bring it up on the screen. I was driving home. I dropped my. It was awesome. Yeah, here we go. There it is. In this driveway sat the Ryobi Tools truck, not 5 minutes from my house, guys. So I have to find out who this is and befriend him so I can get some of those construction grade tools that Ryobi makes. Because pretty much the whole line is construction grade. We all know that. So that was pretty cool right there. The Ryobi truck. I got to track that thing down, guys. That's awesome. Fantastic. Clint Glasgow says, I like caps. Hey, I like caps too, man. I do wear a cap periodically. Usually it's a work style cap. You know, there's a purpose. I don't have like a fashion statement I'm making. And I can't help but notice that Rookie said that LOL construction grade. I don't know if he's just happened to mistype. HVAC Life says broke down in the driveway. No, my friend. Okay. We don't need to be high and mighty. You know, take your Milwaukee tools. Hey, I think I put something in here. I think I put something in the HVAC news about Milwaukee tools. So yeah, I'll leave that there. Okay. So let's go ahead and give something away for the guys who showed up right here at the beginning of the show. I use Nightbot for that. It's going to choose a live chatter. So you want to be in the chat chatting right now. Right now it says there are 6 chatters: Clint Glasgow, Everything HVACR, HVAC Rookie, Kangaroo God, Meat Gunner, and My HVAC Life. Those are the guys. Still making fun of the truck. Just go ahead and chat it up here. I'll give it about a minute. It takes a second for it to recognize that there was a chat. And then I will select a winner from you guys. And remember, make sure that you email me. Email me as soon as you can. Email me that sweet email at hvacshoptalk@gmail.com. That way you can definitely get your prize instead of me just, it's never happening. We don't want that. We don't want it to never happen. I got another one of them creaky chairs. Let's see if I can not move for the rest of the show now. We don't have our sponsor banner up, and you see there's a Ryobi belt and disc sander right there. Guys, I know what you're thinking, Ryobi, and I'm going to have to agree with you. This thing does seem like it's underpowered. All right, we have Jason Lyons, HVAC Technician Talk, HVAC Rookie. We have Zach. Hey, I'm Zach too, man. We're both Zach. Wow. HVAC says Ryobi equals Ford. Wow, that's crazy. My HVAC Live, Ryobi can't afford a crew cab. Wow. You get a lot of salt right there, guys. Cryobi? Hey, oh my gosh. People really hate Ryobi. That is something. Sam Andrew says, hello, Rookie, haven't seen you in 23 hours. I'm guessing there was a stream 23 hours ago, guys. I'm just going to guess up. I'm just guessing. So we have Clint Glasgow. It's, well, there's too many of you guys. There's 13 users. So I'm going to bring up the screen here. Let me see if I can do that. Let me see if it works. All right. Hey, it worked. And you can probably still hear me. So that's great. All right. We have to, oh, it's still way down there at the bottom. All right. I'm going to roll the dice here, and we're going to roll it for the hat. This will be for the Malco hat. I'm going to roll it, and we have My HVAC Life. Hey. Now I'm going to get to know exactly where your information goes, because I know you live near me. I'll deliver this myself so I can meet you and ask you what your name was before. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. But definitely email me, HVAC Life, so you can get your hat. You want that hat. You need that hat. When you're going to work and making those videos, I see you're making videos out there, doing a great job. Make sure you have this hat on. Say, shout out to Shop Talk. I really love that show. They're the best. That's what you got to do. That's what you have to do legally. I'm going to make you sign a paper. So that's fantastic. So we're going to have 2 more prizes. My HVAC Life won the first one. You know, I should really write this stuff down, actually. I have a notepad over here. Chair creaking all the way. Let's see. Oh, something's going to fall. Something fell. All right. My HVAC Life won the hat. I'm going to write that down. Hat. My HVAC Life. Oh, he put up a bunch of smiley faces. He's happy. That's good. A lot of emojis mean you're happy, because no one who's serious uses emojis. Only happy people. My HVAC Life. Congratulations. All right. Very good. Great skill you used in winning that. Just rewatched the stream. I got to rewatch the stream. I already made the stream. I'm in it right now. Am I really going to have to rewatch it? Come on. Let me just write it down, guys. I won't even be able to read this writing later, so I have to rewatch it. HVAC Life, I'll take it. I'll take the Ryobi. He says, I will mention you in my next video with a Ryobi disclaimer. Hey, that sounds good to me. I don't care about, being famous no matter what. HVAC Technician Talk says a stalker is here. What does that mean? Where's the stalker at? I don't see the stalker. I'm missing the stalker, but maybe I got the stalker blocked already. It looks like a pre-blocking. I don't know. But stalkers, leave people alone, all right? This is a nice chat. Don't be stalkers, all right? We already have 43 different Isaiahs that have 18 different occupations. Did I just hear something? I heard a cat scream outside. I love living in the country, man. This is great. So, all right, here's what we'll do. We'll take a little break. You know what? I'm going to play you the sponsor bit. We'll go ahead and play that fake news. And I hope you guys enjoy that. And then we'll come back and have some more fun. I got some news for you. We got some more stuff, and I'll hit you up on the backside here. Becoming a better HVAC technician, owner, and installer can be difficult in a world where everything is hustle and bustle, so many responsibilities all around you, you just can't break away to concentrate. That's why Andy Holt created Outdoor University, a place where a technician can clear his or her mind and reset so they can learn like they never have before.
Customers never ever compliment what we do technically. It's just that way. They always compliment how we made them feel, and that's what we're all about.
It was a great class.
What are you taking away from the class?
It's not about you. You got to be more selfless and serve the customers.
To enroll, please call 706-888-2332. That's 706-888-2332. Next classes are March 20th and 21st, or 22nd and 23rd, and that'll be HVAC service and maintenance soft skills.
Thanks again for coming, everybody. Look forward to serving you at the next Outdoor University.
The Yellow Jacket CA502 combustion analyzer is a simple yet detailed way to look at a heating system. You can perform draft, pressure, and temperature measurements. There's high CO protection for your device, field replaceable sensors, a 12-month warranty. There is an available wireless printer, has built-in dual pressure manometer, and a whole host of other features. You can find out more about Yellow Jacket's brand new combustion analyzer at yellowjacket.com. TrueTechTools.com is the #1 place to get your HVAC testing equipment. You can save yourself 8% off your order at TrueTechTools.com by using my Shop Talk promo code. My name is Zach Ciota, and this is the HVAC Fake News. In big news today, Goodman leaked that they will now be releasing refrigerant-free units. Goodman management did not have any comment and did not know where the leak came from. It became known later that the equipment itself had been leaking that information for over 30 years. In our world of expensive tools, tool manufacturers had gathered together to see who has the best recovery machine. We had Navac with their 4-cylinder machine, Yellow Jacket with their other machine, Bacharach, and on down the line, each one touting different features, but all of them being $500 or more. At the end of the line was the cheapest recovery machine at $1, which was the refrigerant hose into a McDonald's water. The water ran $1 at the local McDonald's, and the refrigerant was purified through the water. In other news, an HVAC technician in Baltimore, Maryland stumbled across a genie's lamp. After rubbing the lamp, he was granted a wish. He wished that there would be no more of this Chinese junk in the HVAC trade. That same technician has been looking for his Milwaukee tools ever since. HVAC union leaders have gathered together to decide on a brand new slogan for the HVAC union. The slogans have been narrowed down to "Slow down, it's not a race," or "Come on and join the union, it's better than having a bunch of flat tires." In additional news, the HVAC tech who is looking for his Milwaukee tools can't seem to find his Navac vacuum pump either. After receiving notice of their 1 millionth leaking microchannel coil, York has decided to change their game plan when dealing with this issue. Instead of admitting fault, York has now stated that the coil itself is not as it seems. The leak in the coil is actually just a metering device, and the entire world is the evaporator coil, making York the world's largest HVAC company. One of the largest HVAC companies in the nation, Fling-A-Flanger HVAC Air, is now installing GPS in all of their vans so they know where the techs are all the time. In response, the tech said, "That's fine, just remember, strip clubs need HVAC service as well." In that same vein, Calladays Heating and Air will be having their national sales conference and meeting at the Boom Boom Room. If you're looking for the proper location once you enter the Boom Boom Room, just ask for the hepatitis-free zone and they will escort you there. My name is Zach Ciota, and this was the HVAC Fake News. Man, that was hilarious, guys. I think it was hilarious at least, but I made it. So if I didn't think it was hilarious, I wouldn't have put it in there because there are outtakes of things that I don't think are funny. Just imagine how bad that was. But hey, but Kangaroo God says, "Good stuff, Zach." So I'm going to take that as a compliment. Good stuff, Zach. I'm going to run with good stuff, Zach. Thank you very much, Kangaroo God. But I do have some regular news. Now, I come through the regular news, and it's hard to, Technician Talk, I figure you would like that. Mention Goodman and York. So you get both of, a lot of fun with both of those, probably. So I appreciate that, Rookie. Just the laughter is flowing out. I'll try to make some more of those. It takes a little while to make those things. You wouldn't think so, but it takes a little while to make those with the stinking green screen and stuff like that. So it's something I like doing, and I'll try to do one at least once a week, if not a couple times if I can. Who we kidding? It'll be once a week. All right, it'll be once a week. So I try to find some relatively interesting regular news, and here's what I found right here. This is it. So this is from the let's see, it's REFINDUSTRY, Refindustry. Refindustry.com. That's where I get this news story. They send me like 5 of these every day, and most of the time they're like boring. They're like, someone got promoted to the senior partner of Daikin. It's like, or Daikin or whatever. Whichever one doesn't make anyone angry. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I don't want to make anybody angry. So this is Mitsubishi Electric Train HVAC US. That's a lot of words in a row that seem like they're just trying to get keywords. Announces IntelliHeat dual fuel system. Well, this is pretty cool. See, I'm going to read here. Basically, I can skip down to the third paragraph, I think. During periods of extreme cold, IntelliHeat may switch to the gas furnace. That's right. Gas furnace. We don't even like gas anymore. I think California's trying to get rid of gas, which is a shame because they already have brownouts in their electrical grid. I'm not sure how that's going to work, but whatever. So with this train, IntelliHeat, it may switch to gas furnace as needed based on capacity threshold and economic balance points. So economic balance points, where does it cost more to run the heat pump instead of the gas so it can switch over to gas? That's basically what they're getting at there. The intelligent switchover function built into the control box of the IntelliHeat system coordinates operation of the furnace and the Mitsubishi electric heat pump. This smart heating management is designed to result in lower gas usage and reduced greenhouse gas emissions while providing homeowner comfort. See, here's the thing I don't understand. We're going right back to this. I have an electrical system, but it's plugged to a grid that's coal powered, a lot of it. I'm all down with doing something efficiently. See, I'm gonna go back to the other screen for just a second. We'll pop back up. Here's my issue with this. My issue with this is not that I'm anti-technology. I feel like if you're going to create something and usher everybody into the future, we should be able to afford it. Number one, because it's almost like it doesn't really, I'm trying to say it's a misconception or misdirection when you say you're going to save all this money on your heating system or cooling system or whatever. You're going to save tons of money, but you're going to pay so much for the system that it's going to take you so long to pay it back. And by the time you get near that threshold, you're going to be over there buying a part for it, which A, is going to cost way more than just a normal system, and B, it's not in stock anyway. Because as you get out into that very specific region, you also get into the proprietary region where they just make this one fan motor. It's a DC fan motor, and it only works with this one system. And it's on a boat right now in between China. We think pirates actually have attacked this boat, and they're in control of the DC fan motors because the Somali pirates now know that those are more valuable than anything else. That's what I worry about. I think if you have a good distributor, you're not going to have a problem with that. If you have a distributor that's well stocked, or you're a large enough company where you actually stock the parts, and you're not going to have a problem with that. It's a great point. Luke Vagel in the comments said, I sell comfort, not efficiency. I sell comfort, not efficiency. I think that's the right way to go. I think we had to talk about this on this show at one point about how, I think it was Zone Systems actually. You're not selling the fact that they cost less. You're selling the fact that the house is more comfortable. And that makes sense, because if you tell somebody I can make your house within 2 or 3 degrees in every single room, or we can do a cheaper system where you might have a swing of whatever the legal limit is for. There's legal limit is legal limit. It may sound like you're drinking, but like if you have like a 4-degree swing, and we'll do the Bosch in a second. Bosch is better than before. The swing of 4 degrees in temperature. Maybe it's not quite 4. Because you're supposed to have a swing, but it doesn't mean in real life you have a swing. And that's one of the other problems I have. There's a lot of theoretical stuff out there that when you put it into real life, it changes. Now, I will say that with the Seer 2, that's more reflective of a real environment. When you're going from Seer to Seer 2 and you're having to put the system up against a higher static pressure, man, and you're just putting it up against normal static pressure. You're not even counting all the systems that are double that. So, I mean, it's kind of where you should be. If you're going, if everything's equal, then you should be doing it against 0.5. I'm not saying that their systems are perfect. I'm just saying that it wasn't realistic before. I personally think we should be able to put in 10 SEER equipment. That condenser cost like $400 back in the day. I still remember the Johnstone receipt. $450 for your condenser. That sounds good. I'll do that. Let's get to so I agree with Luke. It's about comfort, not efficiency. I get that. But when it's so far out of bounds, I mean, if you have someone of means who doesn't care, I mean, that's fine. With me, I care. I mean, I don't have a whole lot of extra means floating around here. But God, look, it's a Ryobi. It's Ryobi, guys. It's not like it's something fancy like Bauer. All right. Shannon Knight comes in here saying he likes swingers. Unrelated topic. John says, how is your Bosch doing with humidity? You know, the first year with Bosch, it was the worst. I don't know if you know this, but I did zone it afterwards, and the zoning improved the situation. The set point, my whole life, my set point's been low for cooling and heating. So the fact that it's cool for both of them means it's just me personally. But I'll tell you straight up, I'll set the thing at like 70 degrees. I'll set my AC at 69 degrees. I like it cold. In heating season, I wouldn't mind. Now, my family won't do this, but I wouldn't mind if it was 65 inside the house. Because I'm all the time outside. I'm out here in the shop. Shop doesn't have an air conditioner. Right now, it's 64.9 in here. But when I come in here in the morning, it's like 48. It still holds a little bit of residual heat. We have the computer in here. We have chargers. We have some tools that run, the lighting. So, I mean, it's 48. It's pretty cold. I turn the heater on for a little while, but I mean, it's okay. I'm okay with that sort of thing. When it gets down into the 30s, we got a problem because, I don't know, I'm getting older or whatever it is. My fingers will start hurting, and it'll actually be difficult to use my hands because the joints will hurt. Like an old person, or like any one of us out there that's worked in the trade for like 20 years, and your joints take a beating. How's everybody's knees doing? You know what I'm saying? How's the kneecaps doing? How's your back doing from all the times you were so strong when you were younger and you were showing off? It's just one of those things. You're going to have wear and tear on those joints. My HVAC Life says my dual fuel switches at 30 degrees. Outdoor temperature works great. Trains 2-stage 18i heat pump with S9V furnace. So that's pretty good. I mean, most of the time I remember them being a little bit higher than that, but I guess it depends on what system you're putting in too. Because you can put in like a blanket, like I'm going to do it at 35 degrees, or I'm going to do it at 38 degrees, or whatever it is that you choose. Each system is better in different conditions. So, I mean, a heat pump that's a variable speed, that's going to be able to heat more efficiently at lower temperatures. So these guys, let me go over to the other screen because these guys were having it like insanely low. All right, let's see. During periods of extreme cold, IntelliHeat may switch to the gas furnace as needed based on capacity threshold and economic balance points. Intelligent skip. IntelliHeat connects to a Mitsubishi electric single or multi-zone outdoor heat pump and is available in 18, 24, 30, all the way up to 42 capacities. Hyperheat inverters, H2I systems, are compatible and available for both single and multi-zone applications. The H2I models provide full rated heating capacity, even when the outdoor ambient is as low as 5 degrees. So there you go, 5 degrees right there. When you have, and we talked about this previously on the show because I brought up the Bosch statistics on heating, and I brought up like an old Goodman unit on heating because I like to beat up on Goodman because Goodman deserves it. Basically, that's why I like to beat up on them, because they sit there and go, hit me. The Goodman drops off like a rock in cold weather as far as capacity. These things do not. The Hyperheat does not. So you're going to change that balance point. It can be much lower, which is good, meaning that you don't have to run that gas until you get down to 5 degrees. If that were my neck of the woods, that wouldn't be ever. That would never happen. But in different parts of the country, like I was looking at the forecasts, my wife's family lives in Oconomowoc, Wisconsin, and it was going to be 30 for the high all week. But I've seen days when there was a few days that like a negative number was the high. I'm like, I don't think so, Tim. My fingers hurt and it's 35 degrees. I don't know what they're going to feel like at -5. I'm pretty sure it's going to suck. So that's a negative on that. John says, do you have the do you have the 2.0 Bosch? I do. I do have the 2.0 Bosch. It has a 2-speed fan motor. And like I said, with the zoning, I've been more pleased with it this year. And I'm thinking that when I first put it in, Chuck was telling me, he's like, hey, all right, maybe this has to do with some of the residual moisture that's in the house itself. And at first I was like, all right, well, that ought to dissipate really, really fast. But then I thought about it, because here's what happened. One of my friends owns a lumber mill. So he cut me some long 12 by 3 pine pieces of lumber. And to dry out completely, because each inch of this wood might take up to a year to dry, depending on what you're doing. If you're doing slow, that is 3 years of drying out. So it definitely makes sense that when you first have a house that's been open, especially in the summertime here, and you're trying to condition it, it could take a substantial time to dry out. That makes a lot of sense. And that's why my cabinets flexed off the wall. I mean, there's like a 1/4-inch gap on some of the cabinets, which the home company doesn't want to fix because they say it's out of warranty, even though their guy came to fix it and didn't fix it right the first time. And I try to tell my wife, says, I'll just work on the house myself. Let's leave these guys out of it. Okay. Because these guys, it's like watching the friggin' home warranty company arrive. It's like, hey, where's the problem at? I got some glue sticks. It's like, no thanks, pal. Come back some other time. HVAC says X13 blower. Yes, it is an X13 blower, and it's wired where Y1 on your thermostat is the lower speed you choose, and then the higher speed you choose whatever speed you want. Just like any other X13, you pick the speeds you want. Mine is on 1 and 3, and the reason why I don't go 1 and 2 is because my heat kit requires at least a minimum speed that is offered by tap 3. So I have to have it on tap 3, or I have to disable my heat strips. But like I said, I don't have any issues with it being too loud, like too much airflow in the zone system. I don't have a bypass on it. EWC was a sponsor of this show. It's been a sponsor of the show for a long time. They sent out some zoning stuff. I made a video of it, and I'm thankful that it did very well. So EWC is like, hey, that guy's got a massive following. And I'm like, that's right. All the videos do that well. That's a lie. That is not true. But I do try, and I do love to make videos. So that's beside the point. But I didn't need the bypass. I didn't use it. It works just fine. It's more comfortable than it was before. I'm really happy with it. Bill Reynolds is here. Bill Reynolds, welcome to the live chat. Here in Watertown, Wisconsin, looking at putting ductless heat pumps in my house along with the new boiler just in case. Ductless heat pumps in Watertown, Wisconsin, that's bound to be pretty cold up there. But like, you see the criteria here. They can go down to 5 degrees. I know they heat down to below. That's just it says H2 models, and I'll bring it up on the screen for you guys to see again. The H2i models provide full rated heating capacity even when the outdoor ambient temperature is 5. So full rated. That means it's full rated, but it's going to be substantial even down to 0 and -5. So it makes sense. And Bill Reynolds is asking how's this going to do in Wisconsin. I know that some of the temperatures I saw in Oconomowoc looked like they were going to be too much for this hyper heat style system, even because it was so cold. And I'm guessing that's what the boiler is for. The boiler is going to be like your second stage of heat. I mean, I guess that would work. I mean, I don't know how that's all interfaced together. I'm sure you can. What I found is that if you have enough relays, you can make anything happen, or there's going to be some product that does that for you. I'm not sure. I've never done boiler stuff. I know the basic principles of a boiler, but I mean, I'm from North Carolina. We don't have boilers. The only boiler I ever even got close to was one at a church. That was an old boiler, and it was a beast. I mean, that thing looked like something off The Shining. It was a beast. My HVAC Life says train handles humidity perfectly with the serial port versus communicating blower that modulates with the compressor. Speed X13 just can't give you that. No, and that's one of the things with the Bosch that we talked about previously. I talked about that with Ted before. We kind of said this is like a incomplete system almost. It's just missing that extra step that will give it that perfect load matching, because you're right. The speeds don't change because of any sense of what the temperature or humidity or enthalpy is in the ductwork. The speeds change based on what you put on the thermostat and whatever criteria you set up. Like I set it up on the zone board, so it's a little bit better for me than it would be with a normal thermostat. You might change the cycle rate, which was a big thing with everybody talking about Bosch. Lower the cycle rate. I have the EWC, and this is on YouTube somewhere. My gosh, if I could look it up, I'd put a link to it in the live chat. But if you look at EWC board install, I'm sure the video pops up. It's like an hour long. I mean, I did everything was included on this. And I set it up so that it took a long time to go into second stage. And it won't go into second stage unless 2 of the zones are calling, which I really, really like the weighted zone controls. I think you almost have to have that. And I agree with 2 stage or higher. You don't want single stage with zoning anymore. I mean, that's unless it's just super budget where you have to have a zone system because you're trying to do 2 floors with 1 system, which I don't see a lot of people doing that anymore with single stage units. It was imperfect. It really was. It was doable, but the lifetime of the system was diminished. And you're already going to have issues with like the contactor because it's going to be on and off all the time. You have to put a delay in there, but a lot of times there is a delay, but still it's on, off, on, off, on, off all the time. It's hard on the system. It really is. If it's single stage, it's even harder because it's getting colder and colder because you're taking bypass air. Because you can't just have no bypass on single stage unless you compensate with larger ductwork, and then you're going to have a potential velocity issue as well. It's really hard to do that. It's really hard because when both zones open, just imagine that. You have a zone system on single stage. You have a blower blowing 1,200 CFM of air. It's a 3-ton system, let's say. So instead of having what you normally would have around here, which is 2 12-inch round ducts that come off a plenum, let's say. Let's say you have to handle 1,200 CFM, but you don't want to give it like an 18-inch duct coming off of there because the velocity will die. Let's say you make 14-inch. 14-inch is your compensation. It's still going to be loud because 1,200 through 14-inch is way too much. But if you go any bigger than that, when both zones call and you have, let's say, 2 16s on there, the velocity is going to die. It's just going to be so slow. And you're not going to have the throw from your registers. You're not going to have that delivery to every duct like you need. If you have a trunk system that has various takeoffs on it, and you're trying to get an even velocity to every takeoff, you have to reduce that trunk periodically. And if you change the dynamics of duct design to alleviate this sort of zoning issue, it's going to end up biting you in the face. So definitely don't do that. Don't do that. Josh Mason says, stick with the 80%ers. Hey, man, 80%ers all we have some 90% stuff, but 80%'s what we have gas packs here. All right, guys, I need a drink of water here. I'm going to take a little break again. We'll come back for our final segment. We'll give something else away, maybe 2 things. I might not have time for the other thing I was planning. So we'll definitely do a Nightbot giveaway. So make sure you're chatting, and I will come back in just a couple minutes here. The Beckett MS60 mini split condensate pump is a little tank. It can pump a max lift of 53 feet and has a suction lift of 4 feet, meaning you can tuck it out of the way wherever it needs to be. It comes with a 4-foot 6-inch power cord, no kink PVC discharge tubing. It's also rated for water temps from 41 to 104 degrees Fahrenheit. Find out more at BeckettUS.com. If you're expanding a system and you're going to zone a system, sometimes you're going to run into issues getting thermostats into particular locations. EWC solves that issue with the EWT-955WH thermostat. It has several features beyond being wireless. You can use it for gas, oil, heat pump, multi-stage systems, heat only, cool only, millivolt, humidity, and dual fuel, just to name a few. Find out more at EWCControls.com. The best HVAC companies understand they need to have the highest efficiency and quality in and out of the field. That means having a quality service management software that matches the high technical level of your work. Field Pulse is rated as the #1 HVAC FSM and #1 for both ease of use and customer service. On average, businesses grow 60% within their first year after signing up with Field Pulse. Start your free 7-day trial by going to the description of this podcast or YouTube video and clicking on my link. Then take your business to the next level with Field Pulse today. NAVAC Global won an Innovation Award at the recent AHR show, which is no surprise. They have all these new battery tools, including the NEF 6LM break-free power flaring tool, which can do 100 flares with 1 battery charge and only weighs 3 pounds. Find out more at NAVACglobal.com. Okay, gentlemen, I think what we'll do is I want to mention this article here, and I'm actually going to link it in the chat because we're not going to cover it very much. I put it right here. This is an article in HVAC Today. These are NCI guys. That's who make this, their little magazine, online magazine. There's an article, and let me see the guy. The guy is one of the founding members of NCI. Okay, I'll bring it up on the screen here on our news of the day. It's Dominique Guarino. It says Dominique Guarino has grown National Comfort Institute from the ground up alongside President Rob Falk. And Rob Falk is the guy who recently passed away. So Dominic, I guess, is the remaining founding member of NCI ever since 1994. And it used to be, I didn't know it used to be called National Balancing Institute. All right. So the link's in the chat if you want to check that out. If you're listening on the podcast, then if you go over to YouTube and look at the live chat and go to the corresponding time, that sounds like a lot of work, doesn't it? You can find this article. It is very good because here's the topics that he discusses. Closed systems do not consume refrigerant. I think we all realize that. And the very first line here, or one of the very first lines says, there is no way to verify if charge is correct without knowing one critical piece of information, airflow at the indoor evaporator coil. Unless techs first verify airflow, they may think the charge is off. And I'll tell you what, that is a truer statement and like the last thing that I learned how to do. I always learn how to do other stuff first, checking the refrigerant charge with superheat subcooling. Once I'm going to cough here real quick. I can just tell. Wait, hold on a second. Wait. Here we go. Sorry about that, gentlemen. That thing snuck up on me right there. I said, this is going to be bad. I'm going to be like, blah, blah. I learned airflow last, and I didn't do it right half the time when I first learned it, which is funny because, once I learned superheat and subcooling, I was like, I am a complete technician now. I am finished. I am all done. And at that time, I was making a lot of YouTube videos and people were commenting on them and like, hey, Zach, great job. It's like, yes, I am doing a great job. And I know everything about HVAC, and that is me. And anything that I don't know about it, I will hide that fact about myself. And that's how I operated for a while. And now it seems kind of stupid. Learning airflow is a huge deal. And of course, you guys who are here on YouTube can see that the next line is closed systems don't consume refrigerant. Compressors don't die. They are murdered. We've all heard that one. The right way, there's maintenance and service. He just goes into a lot of different stuff. We don't have time for it tonight. We're running out of time. We can talk about this stuff tomorrow. Shannon, I drink, this is, they're talking about the beverages I drink, which is kind of funny. Why you guys talking about the beverages I drink? So Pepsi Zero Sugar, any of the zero sugar ones I'll drink. Pepsi, I love Dr. Pepper Zero. That's my favorite one. And then there's Coke Zero. I try to stick to those because I don't eat as healthy. I eat a lot of stuff. I try to, step a lot. I try to get 15,000 steps a day, but that's difficult. A lot of times I can work and I'll get most of that, but sometimes you got to specifically dedicate time to exercising, which is not as fun. Okay. It's not as fun. So I was wanting to answer that question right there. Airflow problems everywhere. Most people don't ever get it fixed. Anyone familiar with the CPS Bluetooth airflow gauge? I don't know what that is. I know they had that hood. The CPS Easy Hood? Okay. My official recommendation is no. It measures airflow, but it has a lot of issues. But again, it's a $400 flow hood. So what do you expect? If you get a Testo, whatever the Testo is, the Testo Ultratronic hood, Super Hood 5 million or whatever, you're going to get something nicer. Melvin Kaufman says TrueFlow. If you get a TrueFlow grid, it's going to cost you $1,000, $1,500 for some of the accessories maybe. You know what? Yeah. My HVAC life says 15,000 steps equals dinner at the barbecue shack. I don't know about that, but 15,000 steps is about 1,000 calories a day bonus or whatever, because your body burns like 2,000, 2,500 a day, and you want like 1,000 bonus calories. So you can, I like Oreos, guys. Oreos are good. I like barbecue. Like my HVAC life said, I love barbecue. There's a barbecue place. HVAC Life probably knows what I'm talking about. He's up from that region off exit. I don't remember which exit it is. It's like Edge. This is going to really bother me. It's the one for Angier or something like that. And it's a barbecue place that's in a gas station. And this place is awesome. And I'm so sorry that I don't remember where it is. I almost want to look it up, but guys, it's an incredible waste of your time. Hey, maybe he knows where it is. It's like a little cult following barbecue place. And it was so good. Burnt ends was their special. Burnt ends. Come on, HVAC Life. You sitting there complaining about the time all the time. Come up with the answer to this so we know where it's at. Redeem yourself if you seek redemption. All right, so let's give something away. Make sure you're chatting right there. Let's wrap this thing up and give something away. Looks like we have 8 eligible users right now. Just keep on chatting, guys. If you haven't chatting, it's in a gas station. All right, HVAC Rookie, and make sure we're chatting, everybody. And remember, if you win, email me, hvacshoptalk@gmail.com. Rookie, this thing is in a gas station. It's like the gas station is next door. It's like they're together, like 2 different buildings and businesses, but there's a doorway in between them. And it's like it's weird. It looks really redneck like, but it's so good. It's not Mission Barbecue. It's not Mission Barbecue. I've been to Mission Barbecue. That place is expensive, but it was good too. I like Mission Barbecue. Next to Hardee's. I don't know if it's next to Hardee's or not. All right, keep chatting, guys, while I bring up Google Maps. We're going to figure this out today. Maps at Google. Let's do it. I'm going to crash the computer. Give you the eagle grips. Yeah, keep chatting, guys. Keep chatting. Because I'll be finding this thing. Because I know it's off the exit for engineers. Let's see. And that's not too far away from my house, guys. I got to follow the I-40 all the way up. Past Benson. We're going past Benson. Oh, man. It's got to be so close to here. Let's see. Oh, no, that's not the right one. That's stupid Fuquay Verena. I can't waste this much time, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm wasting y'all's time. But I can't help it. It's an affliction. Oh, I found it. I found it, bro. I'm going to show all you guys, and you're going to be like, wow. It's a Highway 210. All right, the exit for 210, wherever that's at. It is the Redneck Barbecue Lab. The Redneck Barbecue Lab. That is what it is. And, well, good grief, I'll show you. Here we go. Redneck Barbecue Lab. Here we are. And it was good. And see, I don't have to show the gas station part. But it's so good. That is the inside of the place. It's like whenever I was there, you see where people order up front, the line was wrapped all the way around. All the way around the building, guys. All the way around. Okay. You say that no real barbecues in the gas station, but okay, you can it's it's not a meth lab, guys. Come on. See, this is the same problem with you guys not liking Ryobi. You get stuck into this mentality. It's like, hey, man, I got to go to Home Depot and get a red one because red ones are good because they said it was good. All right, that's fine. The red ones are good, but sometimes the best barbecue comes from a meth lab. Hey, HVAC Life is on my side here. That's unbelievable, by the way. That's a meth lab, Zach. It's not. HVAC guy says I live 5 miles away. It is good. I've been to that place once or twice. There was a big line. There was a big line, guys. And it wasn't to the bathroom either. It was up to the front. And everybody was happy. And the whole world was happy. And everything was going great. And life was good. All right, keep chatting. We're going to pick a winner now. Is that enough bull crap for everybody? All right, let's see here. Watch says, oh, baby must be going to bed. Let's wrap this up. I can say goodnight to the little guy. All right, we have 13 eligible users. Let's see who's going to win. I told you the name 5 times. Oh, man, I must have blocked you, unblocked you. Sorry about that. Ooh, awkward. We're going to roll it again here. That's our previous winner, My HVAC Life, the guy who told me that 5 times I didn't see. Hey, man, I'm a busy guy. I'm sorry about that. Here we are. Melvin Kaufman, you are a winner. Melvin Kaufman, you won the sweet locking pliers. These things are great, man. So make sure you email me, hvacshoptalk@gmail.com. Let me know what you won. HVAC Life, if you email me for your hat, I did not see anything. I didn't see anything. I'm just kidding. I haven't checked the email since you won. I'm sure you did. As long as you did, we're good. I'm sure it's good. I'm sure you're there. I can check it while we're waiting. We're just waiting for the show to end. It's a hole in the wall. That's right. What's up, HVAC guy? HVAC guy, I think we mentioned you last week. I think I was comparing you to Chuck, which is a great compliment. Yep, I go on. There's your real name. I got your real name now. Where's your address? You didn't put your address in here. Put your address in here so I can send it to you. I'm going to email me and not put your address in here. Come on. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I hope everybody enjoyed the show tonight. If you did, take a moment and put a like on the video. That tells YouTube to, whatever they do to make it better. More people see it. Great. If you want to support the show, you can do the like. You can subscribe. You can become a channel member. You can see that right down there below your screen. You should see join if you want to join and support the channel. And guys, I really appreciate it. I'll be back. I'm thinking coming back Saturday night, maybe Saturday night. HVAC Saturday night. Doesn't that sound good, guys? Doesn't that sound like a lot of fun? Even if it doesn't, I might come back anyway. So I'm out of here, gentlemen. I don't think we had any ladies tonight. Y'all work safe. I really enjoyed it. I'll see you on the next one.